Hi, I'm Leslie Swan with the Swan Team Real Estate, here with a real estate market update for Canyon Crest for the month of April 2022. Things are definitely changing in the real estate market, and I definitely want to make sure you know what is going on. First, let's start with what's active here in Canyon Crest. Crickets, crickets. There is nothing active right now, which is great news for homeowners because obviously that means that there is still a lot of demand for homes in Canyon Crest and that our values are still very secure here, which is awesome. There are 5 properties currently either under contract or in pending status. And then we have had a handful of sales. A few that I'd like to point out, one being a property on Apple Tree that did close for nearly $200,000 over asking price, and then 2 other properties that have now set new records here in Canyon Crest at $2.3 million and $2.36 million. The latter having a pool, the first house selling at 2.3, not having a pool. So prices are at an all-time high. Oh, and those homes were not custom homes either. So prices are at an all-time high. And because of things that we're seeing in the market, we're not anticipating that prices are going to continue to increase at the same trajectory. And why is that happening? Well, one of the biggest reasons is interest rates. Back in January, you could get a loan for roughly 3.5%. Interest rates now are at nearly 5.25, and buyers simply can't afford as much. Their payments go up by nearly $2,000 a month, and they just don't have the output. So we are definitely seeing some buyers kind of fall off, and they either have to lower their budget and their price range of properties, or they have just decided to put their search on hold altogether. And as I mentioned, we had our first price reduction here in Canyon Crest on Fieldbrook. A property was listed at 1.75, and it was price reduced to 1.699, which I'm sure you're thinking, well, wow, 1.699 is still a very high price. And I do agree with you, but it is an indication of a bigger picture that we are seeing go on in the market. In fact, 15% of available homes in Orange County have had price reductions, and that is more than we have seen in a very long time. On MLS, realtors have a little indicator arrow that either goes up and is blue or goes down and is red when there's price reductions. And I can tell you that I haven't seen many red arrows in the past couple of years. And again, there has now been an increase by 15% of homes being their price being reduced, their listing price, because they are still available. And I have been noticing too that homes, while the days on market is still incredibly low, homes aren't selling as quickly. So there is a little bit of patience that people have to have as well. Another item that is affecting our market right now is inventory. It has actually increased by 60% since mid-January, which actually is really great news because our inventory is still so incredibly low. It's incredibly anemic. We haven't had enough supply for buyers. But with demand dropping and inventory increasing, we start working our way to what we call more of a balanced market where sellers don't call all the shots that they have been in the past. And so we're actually seeing that demand is also at its lowest level for this time of year since 2007. typically demand peaks in May, June, typically June. But analysts are anticipating that it actually peaked in March. Again, in large part to the increase in interest rates. So what does this all mean for you? Well, first of all, I work with both sellers and buyers, and I can tell you that right now my buyers are still having a lot of competition for properties, and it's still there are still bidding wars for properties, and properties are still selling significantly over their asking price if they are in good condition and presented well. The homes that were just thrown on the market, a realtor took a couple of pictures, maybe with their iPhone, and are just hoping that people will walk in and, throw a boatload of money. That is not happening like it was 2 months ago. So again, we are seeing this transition, and this is a transition that we've been hoping for because it has just been so unbalanced. But if you are a seller hoping to capitalize on all of the amazing terms that you can try to achieve, whether it's, rent back for 2 to 3 months, for, selling the house as is, and then of course getting a top-notch price, then you need to think about selling your property sooner than later. Again, not only because we potentially have seen demand peak in March, but also because for the majority of people that want to buy a home here in Canyon Crest, they want to buy and get settled before the school year. And that typically means that they want to be in the house at least by mid-July, early August at the very latest. And families are going to clamor for homes to get into before then. If you wait until July or August to put your home on the market, you're going to lose out on those buyers who want to be settled before the school year. So again, something just to keep in mind for selling if it is something you're considering. And if you are also considering selling and of course potentially worried about, but where am I going to buy or where am I going to move to? That is where the rent back option comes in, because you can still stay in the property and try to locate your move to property, all while still staying in your current home, and the buyer can still benefit from the fact that they do in fact own the property and use the address to get their kids enrolled in school and get everything established. So just something to keep in mind, and to know that yes, the market is changing. So, if you were thinking, oh, I'm just going to wait and, I'll still be able to get all these great prices, and, my house will sell for $400,000 over asking at the end of this year. I'm here to tell you that all the indicators are showing that that isn't going to happen at the end of the year. If you do want to still get a top-notch price and top dollar for your home, you're going to want to list it sooner than later. And of course, that's where myself and the Swan Team come in to help you prepare your home, market your home, and of course, negotiate the best terms that make the most ideal situation for you and your family. And of course, you can contact us anytime at 949-444-1601 or email us at info@theswanteamoc.com. We are always here to help. And as I mentioned time and time again, I am a Canyon Crest resident and know the area very well, and certainly love to list and sell, and find it very easy to sell properties here in Canyon Crest because I do love the community so much. So again, if you have any questions about the market or listing your home or finding a new place to move to, contact us at 949-444-1601. Take care and have a great day.